Now, if you're interested in Michel Foucault, you should know about his idea of the Panopticon. Now, I'm going to explain it and give you a couple examples, but you have to add some examples too so we get a better, more full image of this idea. Now, he developed this idea in Discipline and Punish, and he took it from a guy named Jeremy Bentham, who was confronting a problem, and that is his brother was a capitalist who had a bunch of dock workers working for him. But these dock workers were continually breaking stuff and stealing stuff, which is really part of the history of union organizing and labor activism. But he saw this as a problem. And so he wanted to develop a way to maximize and optimize surveillance and discipline without actually having to hire people to do that work, because that would cost more money. So he devised this idea of a kind of surveillance structure called the Panopticon, which roughly translates to all-seeing, to see in all directions, panoptic. And this structure includes a circular prison structure with a guard tower in the middle. Now, how it works is that each individual person is given their own cell, and these cells can be seen from a single watchtower in the middle. Now, the key here is that no person locked up in any of these cells can actually see if there's somebody watching them from the guard tower. Yet, because the structure is in place where they think they can be watched, they internalize the idea that they are being watched. And by virtue of this, they come to discipline themselves and make sure that they're following orders, whether or not there's actually someone there that's going to punish them. Now, Foucault takes up this idea to describe the general procedures and processes of power and surveillance within a capitalist economy in which people are expected to manage, manipulate, and discipline themselves to best fit in with that world. And this is something we really see across a lot of media today. Take the idea of the gym bro. The gym bro is somebody who has to embody this kind of grind set. There's someone who has to wake up in the morning and discipline themselves with ice baths, with early morning workouts, essentially subjecting the body to a kind of disciplinary regime in order to attain a kind of salvation. Now, this is a key element of this, where Foucault says that within this paradigm, we come to interpret discipline and self-discipline as the key to salvation, when actually this is really the key to making somebody else money and participating in this capitalist economy. One of the ways this is so effective is if you look at Hollywood cinema, the person that's often depicted as being the one fighting against the power is often depicted as this muscly, burly dude, when a lot of the time this means that this isn't somebody who's actually opposed power. This is someone who's really internalized it. They've subjected their body to continuous discipline, not because it's what they want, but it's because what's been expected of them. And they are the perfect embodiment of this panoptic power. So give me a couple more examples. Tell me what you think.